Well, from rattlesnakes to intense heat and wind, we showed you what it's like for our troops at the National Training Center. Tonight, we take a closer look behind the scenes and how this training is replicating war.
KCEN News reporter Tiffany Pelt is our senior desert correspondent. She spent a week at NTC, and it really is the most realistic training they can get.
It is, Doug and Nikki. Before I left, soldiers kept telling me how the training is so realistic. I didn't understand until I saw it firsthand and was blown away by the complexity of it all.
It's a 14 or 18-day war.
As our troops step into the box, they are stepping into a fictional world.
A complex environment that can't be replicated anyplace else.
With real-world scenarios.
Our goal is to make this fight tougher than the next fight.
This time, it's Atropia, a fake country threatened by terrorist groups and an invading enemy, the Denovians.
The next conflict is unknown and unknowable. So how do you prepare soldiers for something that you can't define now? And that's the complex environment that we create.
Layer upon layer, this war zone is built. And for weeks, our troops are put through grueling tests out in the desert. Like this surprise attack with tear gas to replicate a chemical attack.
Probably the fourth time that we've had the gas and the mortars incoming.
But it could be anything. The enemy trying to take down communication towers.
We've actually kept it standing.
Or even insurgents invading the brigade headquarters.
The training gets intensified anytime one of these events happens.
And with this laser engagement system worn at all times and on all the vehicles, the troops know if they've been hit or killed, putting medics on the spot as well.
I'm learning how to use the radio, how to use my equipment even better.
But those surprise attacks are just the beginning of a complex scenario in a complex world. They have at least 10 cities like this one, and this one is the biggest. It stretches for 2.5 miles, and it's about a mile wide.
Of course, if you have a city without people, it's not really a city. You've got 3 different ethnicities in the box. We replicate language, religion, culture.
And these hundreds of role players know what they're doing because many of the characters have played that role in real life, like Bassam Kalashu.
We don't go out of the language. We speak Arabic. We deal with them exactly the way they're going to deal with them in Iraq.
He came to the U.S. in 1977, seeking religious freedom as a Christian living in northern Iraq. He's been an NTC role player since 2004, never breaking character.
And make me proud, really, because I'm doing something good.
And characters like Bassam help add to the scenario, making it more realistic.
Uncivil behavior by the Atropian forces.
There's even fake news networks that go around reporting the mock attacks and encounters, producing actual newscasts, and seeing how the soldiers react to media in high-stress situations. And all of it, the attacks, the meetings, the fake leaders, interactions with citizens, it's all being watched.
Hand-picked coach from across the Army comes here and embeds with that unit.
These observers or coaches are with them every step of the way.
Coaches him on how to get better, how to make his unit better, and how to develop as a leader.
So the 1 year of preparing for just 1 month of training, the thousands of NTC workers and role players, it's all for one reason.
And ultimately to prepare them for the unknown next conflict.
This is amazing to me, the fact that they have people who are Iraqi, who are the role players who come in and treat them like they're going to be Iraqis and like they would in the city.
It actually is really impressive. And one of the things that NTC, they actually don't let us photograph or take video of those role players because some of their family members could actually be harmed if they knew that they were helping the U.S. military. So Bassam was actually one of the only ones who agreed to go on camera with us.
And so realistic, they even have their own news network, everything's recorded. It's just really astounding to see, and this operation is not cheap.
No, it's not. Just one rotation, 1 month, it ranges, but it can cost anywhere between $25 to $50 million just for 1 month of training. But the Army sees this as the best training that our soldiers can get, so it's worth spending that money.
100% agreed, and they do it multiple times a year. Is it several times?
They do. NTC actually, they'll go through about 10 of these rotations. So, but they have to start planning a year and ahead for each of those rotations.
All right,
Very
Tiffany
interesting.
Pelt, thank you very much.